is sponsored by Prize Picks. And I love Prize Picks. PrizePicks.com says CLNS, code CLNS. They'll match your deposit, match up to $100. And if you want to spice up your NFL Sunday, you get started with Prize Picks right now. PrizePicks.com/CLNS, code CLNS. They'll match your deposit, match up to $100. And if you want to spice up your NFL Sunday, get started with Prize Picks right now. Prize Picks is a skill-based, real money daily fantasy sports game. And if you're looking to have more fun on game day, look no further than Prize Picks. Want to play alongside some Prize Picks favorite players like rapper Meek Mill and comedian Andrew Schultz? You can now find community plays in the promos tab to view entries some of the biggest names in the Prize Picks community each week. Prize Picks even offers a reboot policy so that your players stay and play even if a player exits in the first half and does not return in the second. That player is rebooted. Prize Picks is the only daily fantasy sports platform with an injury insurance policy. The two players that I got for tonight's game is Alex and Lucas getting more than 0.5 points in this game. So get started with Prize Picks right now. PrizePicks.com/CLNS, code CLNS for deposit match up to $100. Why is it code CLNS? Because that's our ad agency partner. Use code CLNS. It's real easy. 4 letters, get $100 match when you sign up. So download the app today. The link in the description will be the comment section of this video. It's PrizePicks.com/CLNS, code CLNS. We're here for one of the biggest games in franchise history right now. The Detroit Lions traveling to San Francisco to face the 49ers in the NFC Championship game. If the Detroit Lions win this game, they're at the Super Bowl in Las Vegas. This is crazy that we are 60 minutes away from being immortalized as a team that goes from the dumpster to the Super Bowl. They got to get it done on Sunday. Biggest game of all time for the Detroit Lions franchise. It's crazy that this is so close to happening. We're so close to a Super Bowl that it's hard to believe. So proud of this football team, so proud of the players and the fans, everybody out there, and I'm really happy for Shift OG. OD, $2 super chat. He says, let's get in this win. Vegas not ready. Thank you for that super chat. Already beginning right there before I even hit play on this bad boy. So I thank you so much for doing that. We'll do some Q&A here in a little bit. But we have a big game on Thursday. We got some news, too. Dan Campbell got hit up for Coach of the Year from Select Media. And for AP Coach of the Year, he's a finalist for that. Ben Johnson's a finalist for the Assistant of the Year. And you got 2 players in Sam Laporta and Jahmyr Gibbs up for Rookie of the Year, but we don't expect them to get it. We expect C.J. Stroud to get it. And maybe Dan Campbell gets Coach of the Year. He should, in my opinion. He absolutely should. D'Amico Ryans and him, it probably should come up to them both, but I'm going to go with Dan Campbell. Why? Because Dan Campbell took a team that nobody thought would get to an NFC Championship game to the NFC Championship game. Nobody expects them to win it, except for Lions fans and the Lions players themselves. I think they do win the game. I think it's going to be really close, but I think the Lions do win the game 27 to a 23 type of game, or, within one possession. That's the type of game it's going to be on here. And we don't know if Deebo Samuel is going to play. I talked to the Chat Sports guy, that runs for San Francisco. He said he's going to play. Then I talked to another guy that says he doesn't expect him to play. So we don't know. It's a legit 50-50. But if he does play, I fully expect him not to be used as much as he usually is. And Deebo Samuel makes that offense. Make no mistake about it. If he's not at full health, the Lions defense can get some exploiting done. They can do it. It says we need a blowout. Look, the Lions need to start fast in this game on Sunday. Start fast. Pedal to the metal. Go and score touchdowns. We got to get up on them quick. And that's what we've done all postseason. We've never not led. So it's one of those deals where we just got to keep, foot on the pedal for this offense, score points quick. That's what we got. Dude's in a different swagger all of a sudden. Love it. Everybody is right now. I feel like the Lions coaches and the players are locked in. They are 100% locked into this game on Sunday, and it's not, you're seeing a confident group, but a group that is fully invested in this game on Sunday, and it's great to see. It's great to see that they have the confidence. You need that swagger and that confidence to go to one of the best teams in football and beat them at their house. You got to have it. Everything's got to go right for this game for the Detroit Lions. Turn the football over. We got to be smart how we do these long, sustained drives. Everything has got to go for the Detroit Lions. The defense, it's got to do its job. They cannot allow them to run the football on ease on us. We have to focus on Christian McCaffrey. We got to focus on stopping the run first. We stop Christian McCaffrey, we slow down their run game, the Lions are going to have a legit shot to win the game. It's where it is. It's Christian McCaffrey, Deebo Samuel. Those two will gut you, and if we can slow McCaffrey down, I think the Lions have a shot to win the game. But you got to do it. We got to be sound. We can't make mistakes. We got to tackle. Take advantage. If the ball hits you in the hand for a turnover, you got to make the turnover, unlike the Green Bay Packers did in that game. You have to take advantage of every mistake. Have you heard if James Houston's going to play? 50-50. Don't know. If he's ready, he'll play. If he's not ready, he's not going to play. Hopefully he is ready. We need to have that speed threat on the outside opposite of Aidan Hutchinson on these third and longs. They're the ones that kill us. The third and longs is the ones that kill us. So we don't know with James Houston. We don't know if he's going to play or not. But we do need him. We need his speed off the line. That's what we definitely need. So hopefully he's good to go. We don't know. If he's not ready, he's not ready, and I don't want him out there. But if he is ready, he needs to be out there. So we got to have hands on deck. You heard so I don't know if he's going to play. Don't know. The fact that Anzalone has been playing with 3 broken ribs since the Minnesota game, he is a beast. Alex Anzalone's the beast. And this is why you got to have that gritty type of team. You're going to be in pain. This is part of the game. The end of the year, nobody's healthy. Like, you got to play beat up. That's the way it is. I think that's why they got rid of DeAndre Swift, is because he was inability to stay healthy, and you got to have that grit. You're going to have to, Frank Ragnow's got to tough it out. We appreciate him toughing out like he did in this last game, but, all hands on deck. We got to go out there and we got to play our A game, and that's just the bottom line. And to be in a Super Bowl, everything's got to pretty much go right for you, and that's every year. So, we got to have hands on deck. We got to do it. We got 147 in the chat. Let's get to 50 likes. We're 12 away. I think we get to 50 likes. Smash that like button. It does help out. Gritty game. Gritty game. Heard you, Chuck Norris makes sandwiches for Dan Campbell. Yeah, Dan Campbell is the new Chuck Norris. He could pretty much do anything. He scares Chuck Norris, man. He scares Chuck Norris. They got some big time play. George Kittle out there. Man, oh man, our linebackers got a tough task. Whoever's going to be guarding George Kittle, if they want to throw a safety on him, if they want to throw Iffy on him, or Brian Branch, I totally get it. Oh my God, Jesse, the San Francisco guy, blocked all Detroit Lions fans. I have no idea what's going on right there. But this linebacking core has got their hands. They got cut off for them in this game, man, because George Kittle is a beast, and we got to be able to slow him down. Do you think the Lions will get one of their road games as UK ones next year? I don't know. I don't know what next year is going to bring. I know we got an extra home game, obviously, because this year we had an extra road game. They switch it every year, but I don't know on that one. And they got a good team, man. Their offensive line is beatable. They're ranked 15th in the National Football League per PFF. The Detroit Lions defensive line has to take advantage. You have to get to Brock Purdy. You have to disrupt him. That is a weakness for their team. And when you're talking about a 15th ranked offensive line, it's not really weakness. It means it's a halfway through the NFL offensive line, but they don't got that many weaknesses. You got to exploit their offensive line. Why? Because their offense is great. Third, points per game, 28. Total yards per game, 398.4. Second, passing yards per game, they're 257.9. Fourth, rushing, they're 140.5. Third, turnovers, they're plus 10. Seventh. This offense is good. They're sound. and they don't make that many mistakes. So when you have a operation like that, you have to disrupt the quarterback. You have to stop the run. And it's going to be a tough, tough task. It's a great offense. 49ers defense, not bad. Points per game, they allow 17.5, third in the NFL. Total yards per game, 303.9, eighth in the NFL. Passing yards per game, 214.2, 14th in the NFL. Rushing, they're third at 89.7. They have some players on defense. I think their linebacking core is the best in football, and it's going to be a tough task because we go down the middle a lot with our tight ends and St. Brown, and they're good in the middle, so we got to figure a game plan to separate some of these wide receivers and get this thing going. James Copeland, you're awesome, Mr. Mike. Love your podcast. Very informative. Restore the Roar. Thank you. Thank you so much. Absolutely restore the Roar, and I do appreciate that. But they're going to have to figure a way to get separation from St. Brown, Josh Reynolds, and these guys because they're good down the middle. But I think the Lions can't exploit it. If Jared Goff is standing in the pocket without pressure, we're gonna win. If he's got pressure, it's gonna be a loss. So we got to protect Jared Goff. That means Taylor Decker, Frank Ragnow, Penei Sewell, Awushika, and Graham Glasgow's got to get the job done. They're going against a pretty good defensive line, even though they're not as good as they usually are, especially in sacks. Nick Bosa's only got 10.5 sacks. Javon Hargrave got 7. Eric Armstead, 5. So the Lions it's a big name on their defensive line, but they just haven't produced. They've gotten a lot of pressures, though. Nick Bosa's got a ton of pressures. Their defensive line's got a ton of pressures, but they haven't hit it home in sacks. So we got to be able to get off the ball early, throw the football, get it out of Jared Goff's hands. Maybe a quick wide receiver quick screens that will reduce it a little bit. Run the football, I think, is if you want to negate the defensive line there, run the football, run the football, run the football. You got to run the football. And look, that's what the Green Bay Packers did. They're very successful running the football, and that's what we got to do in this game. Negate it, and also it controls the clock, and it keeps you in distance. Long, sustained drives, run the football with then play action. So I like to see a lot of running in this game. I don't want it to be anything. I want the Lions to win the time of possession, do the best they can. You're on the road, quiet the crowd down. Long, sustained drives, that will get it done for their team. Again, I got the Detroit Lions winning 27-24. Let me know in the comment section what your record prediction is. Mine's 27-24. It just feels like it's fate. And look, usually I go by statistics, because the statistics would show that San Francisco's better. But I just think the Lions, they're playing on a different level right now. They're on a mission, and they're focused. And Jared Goff is dialed in like he's never been dialed in. He looks completely focused, and he's confident. 30-17 49ers. Okay, look, I'm not going to be upset if you pick the 49ers, and I fully expect 49ers to pick the 49ers. 35-28 Lions. Lions fans are not loud. Or 49ers fans are not loud. Awesome. It's gonna be a tough game, though. It's gonna absolutely be a tough one, and we're gonna have to be patient in this game. Be patient. I don't think going forward on 4th down and 4 on our side of the football would be a good idea in this game. I think you do got to be a little bit patient. I do think you got to be aggressive, but we got to be smart aggressive in this one. If their defensive line stopping these 3rd and 1s a lot, and they're really good at, maybe we should consider not going for it on 4th down if that's the case. We don't know what's really going to take place on Sunday. Like if the Lions are beating the line of scrimmage, I would like for them to go for it. But if we're losing the line of scrimmage like we have in some games, maybe you should rethink that. That's just what I'm saying right there. In this game, just be cautious. Be smart when you do it. Be cautious. I don't think it'd be smart to do it every single time like we did with the Chargers game, because the Chargers defense is not the 49ers defense. Let's be smart on this one. They got hell of a linebackers that can tackle, and they find their hole, and they can tackle at the line of scrimmage, and that's a little bit worrisome for something like that. 30-17 from Smitty there. 42-35 Lions win. 28-25 Lions win by Smoke. 34-31 Lions win by Rusty for for sure. Totally understand that right there. They got some dudes on that team. They got some dudes. Trent Williams, left tackle, is a dude. He is very, very good. Maybe best left tackle in football. Then we got our dude, and Penei Sewell is the best right tackle in football, best tackle in football, whatever you want to call it. They got dude. Christian McCaffrey is a dude. We got to stop Christian McCaffrey, okay? Jawan Jennings is their 3 receiver. Brandon Ayuk is their 2, and obviously Debo is 1. They got some dudes out there. Do you think that Baltimore is stoppable right now, Mike? Well, look, I think Baltimore should be favored to win, but you cannot deny Patrick Mahomes in the playoffs. The guy is just cutthroat. So I think, look, I think that when it comes to these teams here, playoffs, the way you perform in the playoffs is different than the regular season. Because it doesn't really matter where you are in the regular season. You make it to the playoffs and you turn it up, anyone can beat anybody. We've seen that with the New York Giants in 2007. We've seen it with the Green Bay Packers going to Dallas. And it's one of those deals where it doesn't really matter what you do the regular season. It's how you play in the game on Sunday. So it's anyone's game. Make no mistake about it. It's anyone's game. As long as we don't make big mistakes, we should win this game. Don't make it. We can't really make a whole lot of mistakes in the playoffs when you're going against great teams like San Francisco. You can't do. You can't do because they made mistakes. They made mistakes versus the Green Bay Packers and beat them. So you have to. You got to understand it's a really good team. So they can make some mistakes. And still win. We can't make mistakes in this game. We just got to be doing our game plan, focused on what we're doing, and that's really it. For sure. Lions 21-20. Lions 24-21. Lions, close games. Remember, went to Kansas City, beat them 21-20. No one expected it. We went to Green Bay last year and this year, and no one expected it. Lions can win on the road. We're good on the road. We're a sound team. They're good. They're a good football team. I'm happy with a win or loss. I'm happy this team, whatever happens on Sunday, I'm proud of this team. If we win, obviously you're going to be ecstatic. If we lose, it's been a great season. It is what it is. No matter what, I'm going to be proud of this team. And they went the distance that I didn't think they would get to, and that's an NFC Championship game. So I'm very proud of this team, whatever happens. I still want them to win, obviously. Very proud of this team. I think everybody should be proud of this team. And if the Lions lose on Sunday, I really don't want to hear it's the same old Lions and all this garbage. It's not. This is a different team. It's a different squad. It's a good team. They got good coaches. They got good players. They are balling. You don't make it here if you're a bad team. You don't make it here if you're trash. Okay? You're a good team. Good team. San Francisco's been here, the last 3 times in the NFC Championship game. I think the pressure's on them because they have to win it, unlike us. I feel like they're in a different time of a franchise where it's like they've had that opening, and I think it's still opening if they were to lose on Sunday, but it's starting to close, right? The Lions are just opening. We're the good team, right? We're the young good team, 5th youngest team in the NFL. We're heading in the right direction. And so it's different. Same old, rest in peace, the same old Lions. 100%, the same old Lions is done. It's dead. You don't get here if you're the same old Lions. It doesn't happen. It's hard to get to an NFC or an AFC championship game. It's difficult. It means you're a good team. So I'm very proud of the team, whatever happens. Yeah, I'm really proud of the Lions. This season was great. It's been a great season, man, and I want it to not end. Just got here. Thank you, Mike. Your consistency is wonderful. What time to be a Lions fan? It's awesome to be a Lions fan. Negativity. Nope, so everyone produced to get us here. I don't care about where if I said something negative, I don't care. I'm just happy that we're here. All I want is Lions to win. I don't care about receipts and everybody doubting Jared Goff or doubting whoever. It doesn't matter at this point. We all support the team. We support Jared Goff. We all support this team. We just want them to win. That's the only thing that we want. Nothing more matters at this point. Me too, most definitely proud of them. Now we just need to be consistent, winning culture. Yep. And I think we will be a consistent winning culture. I don't know if we're going to go to the playoffs every year to get to this point, but I think we are no longer a team that is, well, we're sketchy. We're a good team. So we'll be good for a while because of the ability to draft from Brad Holmes. We don't know how long it's going to last, but we're going to be a good team for a while. And just being respectable, at least for me, and I know same with TAs, we just want to be a respectable franchise. And that was my number one thing is being respectable. And we are respectable now. So, shout out to this team. We're respectable. And that's amazing. Now let's get into this game. Again, we're going to have some injuries in this game. Jonah Jackson's not going to be playing in this game. And that's a big deal. Like, how is Awusha going to come in there? He comes out good or comes out bad. It's not really middle ground with him. He played well. I'm not going to say he played great, but he played enough. If they can just do enough, we'll be fine. We don't know, though. Sometimes he can get dominated, so that's a wait-and-see approach. And it's not good that we don't have Jonah Jackson, but it is what it is. From an injury standpoint, Khalif Raymond, don't know if he's going to play. I think he plays in this game. Don't know. The injury report comes out today at 4 o'clock. We'll know there. Same with James Houston. We won't probably know until game day, within an hour before the game starts. So we'll see. We'll see. But we've win this game without him, so we can still do it without him, in my opinion. But we just got to keep winning. Let's get to 100 likes. Right now we're at 70. We'll do an ultra combo. We're at 70 with 280 people in the building. Smash that like button. Let's get to 100 likes. I can't wait to see my Super Bowl face. I'll be at Vegas this week if the Lions win on Sunday. So I get to be there for a couple days. If the Lions are in the Super Bowl, I'll be at Media Weekend. I get to interview the players and talk to them. So I really want to win on Sunday. So you'll be seeing my face quite a bit. I don't know how many lives I'll be doing if I'm at the Super Bowl, but you'll have videos up a lot, and it would be me interviewing players. I know how chat sports works. So I really, really, really want to get to the Super Bowl because that would be, first off, I've never been to Vegas Stadium. I've never been to Vegas. Those are the two places I've been wanting to go. And if anybody knows me, I talk behind the scenes. The number one place I wanted to see is the Vegas Stadium. That's the one stadium out of the Ford Field that I want to go to. I've been to Ford Field. I've always wanted to go to Vegas Stadium. Always wanted to go to the Super Bowl, and always wanted to go to the Super Bowl for the Detroit Lions. If the Lions win on Sunday, my dreams come true, and I can die after next week and be happy with my life, or in 2 weeks, and I could be happy. That would be the bucket list, and it could happen. So and I will be there. Yeah, so I'm praying like crazy for the Lions to win this game on Sunday. Vegas is nice, and I've always wanted to go there. I'm big into. I also like Zach Bagans and Ghost Adventures, and they got Zach Bagans Haunted Museum. I'd go there too if I'm sent out there to Vegas. I'm gonna go there, and obviously walk around when I'm not working. Yeah, Allegiant Stadium. I want to go there really, really bad. So, oh man, to be paid to go up there, so I'm excited. So I want the Lions to win. Really, really. Yeah. Oh, excuse me. May have another sneeze here. Usually it comes in twos. Well, you can go watch 49ers play the Vegas. What's stopping you? Well, I don't represent the San Francisco 49ers. That's what's stopping me. I represent the Detroit Lions. So if the 49ers are at the Super Bowl, it's not me. I don't represent the 49ers. I represent the Detroit Lions. So that's why I wouldn't be there. It'd be the 49ers guy that gets sent there, not me. It'd be the 49ers guy and whoever is for the other teams that go there. So that's why. So they take the team that you represent. I represent the Detroit Lions. Even if I die, I'll be happy to know that the Lions won a Super Bowl ring. Oh, man. It's one of those things. If you're not a Lions fan, you don't know, like 49ers fans out there, you've been in this position before. You've won Super Bowls. You've been in championship games. This is our second time in a championship game franchise history. We've never been in a Super Bowl. So there you go. That's the thing. And it's something that, will you ever be here again? You would say, yeah, because you have the talent, but I'm sure in 91 they thought the same thing as well. So, unfortunately, you just got to take advantage of what you have. If you got questions, throw it in the comment section. We're going to do some QA right now. Whatever you want, we're going to get into it right here. Let me see if there's any ones. We got questions that I've already missed. So I'm going to go back a little bit while you guys get up in there. I'm not seeing anything. Usually I see the hashtags. There you go. I found one. Have you... Oh, let me get this stuff straightened out. I already know what it is. It needs to be the big comment. There we go. Okay, so let me go back to here. All right. You'd be surprised how many analysts are picking the Lions. I'm shocked if they are picking the Lions. I'm shocked. I fully expect everybody to pick the San Francisco 49ers. So if there's analysts out there picking the Lions, maybe they're seeing what we're seeing, right? That they're playing at a different level in the playoffs. And look, if San Francisco plays the way they did versus the Green Bay Packers, they're going to lose that game. But if they played like they weigh majority of the season, they're going to win that game. So it's who shows up on Sunday. We could do matchups, we could do all that stuff, but at the end of the day, if one team shows up and the other one doesn't, it doesn't matter how good you are. It just matters how good you are that day. And illusional delusions. I agree with you. I do believe in speaking things into existence. And I want to speak this into existence, the Lions making the Super Bowl. So I want everybody out there to think that the Lions, or believe that the Lions are going to win the Super Bowl. I want to think it to existence. How short are we on tight ends? Any chance Ertz plays? He has a chance to play, but if he does, it would be selected plays. He would be used as a passer, maybe on a handful of plays. There's no way he's going to understand the playbook in a week. I don't know if he plays. Maybe he doesn't. But you do have Dan Skipper that can do blocking. You have Jason Kabinda that can do blocking as well for the tight end position. We just need someone to catch a football here and there. But maybe they're like, you know what? We don't need Ertz in this game. We don't need another tight end. But they may do, so I don't know. So I couldn't tell you. Start the ball like usual, run it down their throat, and go from there. I 100% agree with you, Bright S. I think we should run the football and stick to the run in this game. 2 out of 3 times, that's kind of what I'm going with. I want the pass game to be secondary in this game. I want to run the football and make this a gritty game. Gritty game. That's what I want. Play action here and there, but I don't want to be where we're passing a lot more and running. I don't want to see that in the game. I think the Lions should. And look, if they're stopping the run, you may have to. But I want them at least to try it out first. That should be. But again, 49ers, they got hell of linebackers, and they can stop the run too. So we'll see. We'll see. We don't know how this game's going to start out, but I want them to run. That's what I want. Doesn't mean it's going to happen. That's what I want. Oh, yeah, that for sure. If Sam Laporta goes down, that would be terrible for this game. But understand, he's not going to know. The continuity between him and Jared Goff is probably not there. Like, he's so new to the team, and it takes a little bit of time. So you don't want a guy that's out there that doesn't know where he's going to be at. Like, he's got to know the play call, right? He's got to know where to be, and that's hard to get in a week. So it just, if they're good on a couple plays, I'm fine with it. If they're not, then don't do it. Then give it to somebody else who understands it. Let's get Goff loose. You got to get the two-headed beast. Yes, and I think it would. I think it would very much calm Jared Goff down too. Even though he's calmer, I've never seen anything like him. He's like Tom Brady in a sense that he doesn't get nervous in the big games. Like, he hasn't shown any nerves. So I'm sure he'll be calm in that sense. But if you can run the football, that'll ease him even more. Like, if we're running 4 or 5 yards a carry, that's when Jared Goff's doing his best, right? He could do that play action, and there's Amon-Ra St. Brown open for 25 yards. So I still want to run the football. Josh Jackson's correct. And still our will and our determination. 100%. We're bullies too. Let's establish our bully, right? Let's establish that we can be bullies and physical as well and do our game plan. If we win on Sunday, who do you want to play? I prefer to play Kansas City Chiefs because we beat them this year and we lost to the Baltimore Ravens because Lamar Jackson is a mobile dual threat quarterback. And I'm telling you, and everyone says, well, the Lions lost these games. You look at the games that we've lost, all with mobile and dual threat quarterbacks because we can't stop them. We lost to Justin Fields, Lamar Jackson, Jordan Love. Okay? Dak Prescott, even though we should have won that game. We lost to teams that love, and same with Geno Smith and Seattle Seahawks, are mobile. All of them are mobile. We have not lost to a quarterback that stands in the pocket. We have not lost to a quarterback that stands in the pocket because that is what our defense is predominantly good at, is quarterbacks that stand in the pocket. We are not good against mobile quarterbacks, so yes, I want to face the Chiefs. Yes, I think it's a better matchup. Even though I would love to have an NFC Championship at Ford Field, if you look just from a matchup perspective, I would rather face the 49ers than the Packers because of the quarterback. I'm not saying Brock Purdy's bad at all. It's not the case. He's a good quarterback. But he's not. He can extend a play like a Baker Mayfield, but he's not going to run everything like a Lamar Jackson or everything like a Justin Fields. He's not going to do that. So he may get a first down here and there because he's got a little juice in him, but he's not Lamar, right? They're not that type of football team. So I think that works in the Lions' favor, and I don't think people understand that. Holmes named Executive of the Year. Did that occur while we're live? If that's the case, he absolutely should be. I don't know. He absolutely should be Executive of the Year. That if he's not, it's a travesty. He's absolutely the championship. Yes, it's true. The last time we won a championship was 1957 against the 49ers. 100% true. That is a true fact. Jeff Fox is bigger than people realize. We build a team the 49ers. Time to lay down the wood. And yeah, no, look, the Lions have nothing to like. They're coming in with house money. They're coming in not scared at all. At all. And that's what I'm saying. Like the quarterbacks, well, you're going against good quarterbacks. We have been going against good Matthew Stafford put up a ton of yards. Nick Mullins put up, like everybody puts up yards, but they're not winning because we stop the run and we got to stop the runs. That's why Dan Campbell's talking about it's not really about the quarterback. It's about stopping the run. Stopping the run. Brock Purdy may put up 300-some yards on us. But if we stop the run, the Lions can win the game because it will force him to throw it extra and get us turnovers. We're bend but not break. We want to force to stop the run. That's what this defense is predicated on. How many sacks do you think Hutch will have? I'll go with 2. I'll go with 2. 2 sacks for Aidan Hutchinson. Did they say we're wearing the whites? I heard we're wearing the all whites. And that's fine because they're good in the all whites as well. We traveled to Green Bay. We traveled to Kansas City in the all whites, and we won. So I do like the all whites. Did Houston play last game? No, he did not. He was inactive. At least Tom Brady went to the University of Michigan. Floyd Weather, Grand Rapids. Yeah, Floyd Mayweather. I actually hung out with Floyd Mayweather's cousin for a long time. We went to the club together. He would always get the females because he's Floyd Mayweather's cousin. Let's see. I really hope, being born a Lions fan, my dad deserves to see the Super Bowl. For some championship, he needs a great memory now. I'm with you, man. All those Lions fans that's been there forever. Do you think the odds makers will give you $7,500 or $1,000 to bet the underdog win? I don't know the exact numbers of what it would be, so you would have to look it up. We won the Rams game because the run game stalled, and then we attacked Stafford. We must have top tilt. Well, because we couldn't run, so we had no choice, but they tried to run. That's what we need to do in this game. Like, you got to try to run. And the reason we won the Buccaneers game is the second half. We were running the football with Jahmyr Gibbs, and he was getting chunk plays. And so that's how we won. So we got to – I love the pass game, but we got to make sure we can attempt to run the football. Look, if we're sitting there passing 3 times, you're going to lose this game. You got to be able to run. They're just too good of a defense. If you force it, there's going to be turnovers. So that's what we need to do, is establish a run game. No more same old lines. Let's break all the curses. Our last road game win against the 49ers. Let's do it again. 100%. Let's do it again. Establish. What are they saying? Someone said about Debo. It didn't pop up on here yet. I got to see it. Do you think James Houston will play? How big of an impact? I hope he plays. I don't know, Joey. I don't know. I've heard reports both and for against, but if he's ready, he'll play. If he's not ready, he won't play. So we're just going to do that. I want him to play. That means he's ready. But if he's not ready, he's not going to play. It's not going to happen. Let's see. They're probably not saying anything about Debo yet. We waited for Laporta trying to throw us off. Even if he plays, he's not 100%. That still works in our favor. He's not 100%. And he had a dislocated shoulder. Couple. I've had multiple surgeries from dislocated shoulders. And before you have the surgery, it's easy to dislocate it again because it pops out really easy because the ligaments and tendons are loose. But so it's easy to pop out again. That's why you got to have surgery to tighten it up. But he's not going to be at 100%. That's a fact. Even if he plays, he's not going to be at 100%. It could be one hit away from being removed from a game. So that's what I got going on there. Hashtag no same old Lions, 100%. Absolutely. Wow, man. Let's see here. So 2-year line. I heard Debo didn't practice. Yeah, he's probably not going to practice all week. It would be one of those deals where it's a last-minute thing, and it'll be a last-minute thing. He probably won't practice all week. Maybe limited walking around, but to take hits, it's you don't want him taking a hit or anything like that. I expected you cry and swear up a storm when we win on Sunday. I think you'll have over 10,000 viewers on Sunday. Dragon fan Tim, it will be cussing, crying. It'll be one of the most emotional moments in my entire life if the Lions go to the Super Bowl. And it's going to be, the camera's going to be on. It's going to be straight emotions. If we lose the game, I'm not going to be I'll be, heartbroken, but I'm not going to be upset unless it's off a screwery referee. I don't want referees involved in this game. That's the difference. If the referees do something crazy resulting in the Lions lose, then I'm going to get real mad. Then I'll get mad. I expect him to play, but it'll be limited fashion and probably more of a decoy than anything else. But it's the NFC Championship game. He probably will play. Should the Lions take cornerback in the draft or in free agency or do both? Both, I think they absolutely should. They need to get better in the secondary at the corner position. Specifically, the corners are not good. We're not good right now, and they need to get better there for next year. So I expect a draft and free agent. I do, both. First, generally speaking, when you get a player in the draft at the corner position, it takes some time to get better because it's a hard position to learn. Now, look, we know how to draft, and maybe we can find a dog that is a dog from week 1, but it's not guaranteed. So I think you should go get a guy in free agency as well. We're on borrowed time. Can't complain about that. Yep. Use champagne shower if we win. I got extra booze here. I will probably Stone Cold Steve Austin myself. I'm contemplating doing this stream in the living room and have everybody of my family there at the same time as well to witness history, because I keep telling them that this is historic. And I was talking to Herm. The video will be dropped tomorrow. I was talking to Herm more last night. It'll be on LNU. But I was like, this could be made into a movie. This legit, like what we're seeing right here, could be made into a movie 5, 10 years down the road. And so it's historic. All cameras should be on Lions fans. This is historic moment. If the Lions win this bad boy, it could turn into a movie. Turn into a movie. A motion picture. It's the, the Lions are a good team, but it's also a Cinderella story. It is also a Cinderella story, folks. Let's keep it 100. A team that no one expected, that has been in futility, come out of nowhere and go all the way to a Super Bowl that no one expected. Oh, man. It would be crazy. I'm not going to cry tears of happiness, but I definitely had a huge smile on my face. Tampa Bay, no judgment for those who do cry tears of joy. I will not judge somebody if they do or don't. I totally get it if you do. I totally get it if you do. Like, it's been a long suffering. And this ends this, if the Lions win on Sunday, it ends the suffering. Even if you don't win a Super Bowl, you made it to a Super Bowl. There's teams that haven't. Then you'd have broken it. Ryan Gosling will definitely play Jared Goff if this is made to a movie because they look identical. You could have Bill Goldberg be Dan Campbell. I mean, they look the same. You put a hat on Bill Goldberg, good God, they look the same. You can already see like who is acting as who because there's so many people so similar to what they look like. You could have Ryan Gosling as Jared Goff, Bill Goldberg as Dan Campbell. Man, oh man, like it'd be crazy. Let's see, who do you think needs to go in? I don't know if it needs to go, but more of they may not sign guys back in free agency. Jerry Jacobs' time in Detroit's probably over. Will Harris is over. Cam Sutton could be moved to number 2, and then they can sign a guy to a number 1. Like, they could draft a guy or sign a guy. And then your secondary is fantastic. I like Vildor, but he's probably not a starter. He's put in that role. But they can get better there for sure. And same, like, with taking an edge, like, get Danielle Hunter and maybe draft a guy. And then you're at the San Francisco. Look, if the Lions get a guard, edge, and cornerback, we're going to be treated next year like San Francisco's treated this year. You're going to be one of the favorites, right? Like, 'cause if you're able to do that, we don't got that many holes. And if you're able to do that, the Lions are going to be probably favored to go to a Super Bowl. But they got to get those positions. They got to do another slam dunk draft, another slam dunk free agency to elevate it to the next level, and they should be. What's up, Linda? Welcome, Linda Hunter. Appreciate you coming in here. Let's see. I will be ready to fight if the Lions lose. I don't get ready to fight people. Jason Hansen can play Ben Johnson. They do look alike. They do, except for one's got hair and the other one doesn't. But you just put a hat on. They do look similar. But you kind of put out the movie like who would be who. Let's see. We are more complete team, in my opinion. No reason we should, unless the cornerstone players go down or something. They're both complete teams. Their offenses are both good. I think their defense is better than our defense. But the Lions' offense is really good. So they can put it like it's good. It's going to be a hell of a matchup. I am going to Denver. Oh, okay. Well, have fun in Denver over there. Homer Simpson as Matt Patricia. Oh, man, that's funny. Let's see. Should we get a center? The tank may retire. If he retires, you'd got to get a center. You'd have to get a. Man, that would suck. Hopefully he doesn't retire. That would suck. Yeah, you'd have to get a new center if he does. The 49ers, yep, they were trailing. And so we can, and they have one win out of trailing, like out of 30. So we got to go up them quicker. So the odds would be if the Lions are up first, the odds are the Lions going to win the game. Because when we're up first and we're not trailing, we don't lose. So we got to do that. 70 degrees. Oh, it's great for both teams. That's perfect weather, too. 70 degrees at Santa Clara. No wind or anything. That's what you want to see. That's what you want to see. So it's good for both teams. It's great for both teams. Let's see. Honestly, I'll take a good 2-hour documentary, including a pre-Goff era. Oh, there'll be documentaries done. There'll be they could make a movie out of this if they do it. The Lions we have a great offense. It's number 1 or number 2, wherever you want to look at it. Logan Ryan is Pop's burnt ends out of there trying to figure it out. Lions can't fit 3 toes and 1 butt cheek, though. Yeah, we can definitely do the 3 toes and 1 butt cheek. We are a physical team. Okay, General Manager Brad Holmes named Executive of the Year by the PFWA. There you go. An award Detroit Lions General Manager is recognized as the Writers of America. Congratulations to Brad Holmes. Everybody out there, show some love to Brad Holmes. He is the Executive of the Year, just named Executive of the Year. That's so correct. Brad Holmes deserves to be Executive of the Year. I'm so happy for Brad Holmes. What he has done in this offseason, in the draft and free agency, was a miraculous. Miraculous. What he has done the past 3 years is miraculous. Brad Holmes is the best general manager this team's ever seen, and it's not even close, and he's ours. Congratulations to Brad Holmes, Executive of the Year, the architect. And he should be Executive of the Year. I'm so proud of Brad Holmes. I'm proud of Sheila Ford Hamp. She needs to be Owner of the Year. She brought in, remember, Brad Holmes didn't hire Dan Campbell. She brought in Dan Campbell and Brad Holmes. Wow. Grand slam hits. Wow. Just grand slam Sheila Ford Hamp. Spielman, Dan Campbell, Brad Holmes. You get potential Coach of the Year. You got Executive of the Year. That is called winning, folks. That is called winning. What they did. We don't know if Zach Ertz is playing. We don't know. We'll find out probably game day. Who do you want to get drafted by the Lions? I haven't really spent a lot of time in the draft. I'm going to keep it 100. I haven't spent the most time in the draft. Kool-Aid, I'd love for them to get a Jared Verse, trade up, something like that. Corner or edge, I think that's appropriate. Who do you want to win this game? Well, obviously, I'm a Detroit Lions fan, so I want the Lions to win this game. Dan is in the finalists for Coach of the Year. We don't know yet. He won Coach of the Year from another organization. It was from the Select Media, but we're waiting for the AP. But General Manager Brad Holmes is Executive of the Year, and well-deserved. Well-deserved. Yep, a lot of people has. And I've been saying that it had to have been him, and Lisa is correct. It had to have been. There's no other option for the Executive of the Year. It had to be Brad Holmes. I mean, when you get like you draft 4 players in the first 4 picks and 3 of them are Pro Bowlers, you did something right. You did something right. Like. And one of those teams is Green Bay decided to trade us so we could get that very good stud nickel corner / safety in Brian Branch. C.J. Stroud, he should win. Absolutely win Rookie of the Year. C.J. Stroud is Rookie of the Year. I like what Laporta did. I like what Jahmyr Gibbs did. But what C.J. Stroud did for that football team is unbelievable. So he should win Rookie of the Year, and that's hands down. That's not being biased at all. He's clear hands down. Who do you think will go to the Super Bowl? I want Lions in Kansas City. I want rematch of Week 1 of the first game of the year to finish the last game of the year. I have a feeling it's going to be Ravens and Lions. That's what I got. I want it to be KC and Lions, but it could be Ravens and Lions. The Ravens, it's going to be a tough task to beat the Ravens, man. They're really good. They're good. Every part of their team is good. It's hard to beat them. Hashtag Motor City Dan K. Mike just want to say congratulations to all the Detroit Lions fans. These are fans who passed away without witnessing history in the making. Let's go Lions. Ryan Gibson, 100%. all those Lions fans that passed away that were not able to see it. On the older Lion fans right now that are out there, they're in their 80s and stuff like that. You know, this is for them. God, it's for them. And, you know, they're in heaven watching if they're not alive. Opinions on CeeDee Lamb. He's great. CeeDee Lamb's outstanding. Outstanding player. Let's see. I wonder how many of those voters ripped homes for Gibbs at 12. Who had that? They all, man, everybody ripped the Lions. I didn't. I liked the Gibbs pick. I liked it. I like that pick. And it's like, whoa, people, you got to slow down to know what they're trying to do here. And Gibbs is absolutely worth the 12th pick in the draft. Absolutely. You don't see people ripping on Bijan Robinson, but they're ripping on Jameer. That's ridiculous. Look, do you want to get a good player? Or do you want to get an elite player? I say you get the elite player. I don't care what position it's at. If the player is elite at that position, you take it. People mock Frank Ragnow. He was elite at the center position when they took him. Okay? Sam Laporta, elite. They took him. Brian Branch, you take elite players. You take blue chip players. I don't care what position it is. Would you care if they're elite at their position? You should never care. If they're like that's why we're in this position, is they took elite players that they felt were elite, and they were correct. 100%. Is every pick going to turn out great? Nope. It's not going to happen. No team turns out great, but if you can get what they did in this draft, you won. You're a winner. Do they have cable in heaven? Man, I hope so. I hope they got cable. Hopefully they don't have commercials, because commercials suck. We don't need commercials up there. No need for ads. Let's see. Sewell is the best in the league. He is the best. He's the best tackle in football. Then you got Trent Williams, who is left tackle. He's the best left tackle. This is a great matchup. They have a Williams. We have a Sewell. You know, it's just like when Loki was saying, I am a god. Well, then Iron Man was saying, well, we have a Hulk, right? Like, we got a Sewell, too. We got dudes, too. So it's like, yeah, well, we got a Sewell, right? Yeah, we got a Gibbs. Yeah, we got a Frank the Tank. You know, we got Goff, too. Put some respect on Jared Goff's name. So they need to put respect. No one, if you have not watched the Lions games, they don't have respect for us. Skip Bayless doesn't have respect, right? There's going to be people that they don't know the team, and they automatically just think it's the Detroit Lions, but they're not actually looking at it from a matchup perspective. It's a good matchup. I like the matchup. Lions defensive line going against the 15th ranked offensive line. I like the Lions matchup there because we've been outstanding in the offseason with sacks and pressures. We've been outstanding with these blitzes and these safety blitzes and these corner blitzes. I like the Lions matchup right there. I do. And I like the Lions matchup running the football. I do. And when you have mismatch like that, you got to take advantage. And it's trenches. Trench warfare. It's always about the trenches, folks. It's always about the trenches. And people, they want to talk about, oh, it's about this, about that. No. If you got elite trenches, you can win any game. And guess what? The Lions got elite trenches. We do. So we can win the game. We got the best offensive line in football, and we got a pretty good defensive line. A hell of a stop in the run, and we've been getting pressures in the playoffs. Aidan Hutchinson's on a tear right now. He's acting like Nick Bosa in his prime. He's on that level. Nick Bosa only got 10.5 sacks. Okay? Aidan Hutchinson's got 8 sacks in 4 games. This dude's on a tear right now. So when you have that, you can win. When you have that, you can win. I'm not saying we're going to win. I want them to win, right? The odds should be with San Francisco. So if you're a San Francisco fan, I have no problem with you guys saying you're going to win, or the odds makers having, I think it should be +4 to 5 instead of a +7, but they should be favored to win because it's a road game for us, a home game for you. But make no mistake about it, this is not the Philadelphia Eagles. This is not the Dallas Cowboys. This team is a physical team. We're not finesse. This team is physical, and that's why the Lions are winning. If 49ers fans or Lions fans listening to this, I've always complained about the Lions in the past. Even in 2014 and 2011 when we're playoff teams, I said, we're not physical. We're a finesse team, and that doesn't work well for making Super Bowl runs. Finesse teams get kicked out quick. You're not out physicaled. I've always wanted a physical team ever since I've been talking about Lions. This is the first time. This is a physical team, and that's why we're winning. But 49ers are physical too. So you have two physical teams. You have Juggernaut versus the Unstoppable Force right now. You have the Hulk versus the Juggernaut. Or you got, you know what I'm saying? You have Colossus versus Juggernaut and Marvel. Okay, you're having Unstoppable Force meets a movable object. So it's going to be a hell of a good game. It's going to go back and forth. I think, like, when it comes to the trenches, you're going to see similar to what we saw in Dallas. They got a good defensive line. They got theirs, but we got ours as well. So it's going to be one of those games. Like, Nick Bosa is a hell of a player. He's going to get theirs, but we're going to get ours too. So make no mistake, we're not going to get bullied. It's going to be back and forth. And the Lions got a shot when you have games like this. Oh, you absolutely have to contain Bosa. He is a havoc. I would still call him the best defensive player in the game right now, but he's not having the best season, but he's getting a ton of pressures. So, look, that's what he's like Hutchinson, man. You know, it's what we're seeing from Hutchinson as of late is Nick Bosa, and we've seen great of Aidan Hutchinson, so you know Nick Bosa's great. So, it's going to be fun, folks. Whatever happens, happens. I don't know if we're going to win. I want us to win. I don't know if it's going to happen. But it's been a great season. If the season ends on Sunday, it ends on Sunday. And I'm going to be happy. We're a respected team. If we make it to a Super Bowl, there'll be no more disrespect. And I love that. That's what I want, is just the respect. Respect that this team is a good team. You make it to a Super Bowl, you can do that. You can do that. Folks, we've been on for nearly an hour. And I appreciate everybody hanging out. Well, we're going to do an update. I'm going to be dropping a video on Lions Nation Unite here in a couple hours. So get ready for that on LNU. It's going to be news about the injury report and obviously about the Detroit Lions and what they have done this year and Brad Holmes.